Today we're exploring Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday, a guide to mastering the power of self-control. Have you ever felt like your emotions or impulses hold you back from reaching your true potential? Do you struggle to stay focused on your goals, only to be distracted by fleeting pleasures? If so, you're not alone. But here's the good news. Discipline isn't about being rigid or joyless. It's about creating the balance to enjoy life while staying committed to your aspirations. Think about it. How often do we let distractions take over? Social media, binge watching, or even procrastination can consume hours of our day. Imagine what could happen if we channeled that time into meaningful work or personal growth. What if you had the self-control to overcome these distractions and achieve more every single day? This book shows us how discipline isn't a burden. It's a superpower. By learning to control your emotions, prioritize what matters, and set clear boundaries, you can transform your life. Whether it's pushing yourself to complete tasks without relying on motivation or eliminating habits that drain your energy, discipline is the key. In this summary, we'll uncover strategies to build productive habits, stay committed, and maximize every moment of your day. You'll also learn time management techniques that keep you flexible yet focused. Ready to take control of your life and start living with purpose? Let's dive in. Attack the dawn. Do you wake up early in the morning? For most people, the idea of leaving the comfort of their bed at 5 a.m. feels like an impossible challenge. Why would anyone willingly choose to start their day so early? But disciplined people do it, not because they enjoy it, but because they have strong reasons driving them. So, why should you wake up early? Because when the rest of the world is asleep, the quiet hours of the morning give you a unique opportunity to work with unparalleled focus and energy. Early mornings are free from distractions, making them the perfect time to engage in creative work, learn something new, or make progress toward your dreams. Your mind is at its sharpest, and you're more likely to produce your best ideas during this time. If you're used to waking up late, chances are you struggle to find enough time to work on your goals. Your day quickly becomes consumed by job responsibilities, family commitments, and daily chores, tasks that rarely contribute to your personal growth. In contrast, waking up even an hour earlier can dramatically impact your productivity. It allows you to reflect on what's missing in your life, review your goals, and plan for better results. Take the inspiring example of Toni Morrison, a single mother with 2 children. Working as an editor at Random House, a demanding job that left her exhausted by the end of the day, she barely had the energy for anything else. Yet Toni dreamed of becoming a writer. The only time she could carve out for her passion was in the early morning hours before her children woke up. Every morning she would rise before dawn, make herself a cup of coffee, and immerse herself in her thoughts. It was during these quiet moments, free from distractions, that Toni wrote with clarity and dedication. She believed her creative energy was strongest in the early hours when the rest of the world was asleep. Once the sun rose, her day was filled with the usual demands of being a mother, cooking, cleaning, and caring for her children, along with her full-time job. Despite her challenges, Toni never let her exhaustion stop her. Her discipline paid off, and in 1970, her first novel, The Bluest Eye, was published. Over the years, she wrote numerous novels, children's books, plays, and short stories. Her work earned her prestigious honors, including the Nobel Prize, a National Book Award, and the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Toni Morrison's story teaches us a vital lesson. No matter how demanding your life is, waking up early can give you the edge to pursue your dreams. Imagine what you could achieve with just 1 extra hour of focused work each day. The next time you're tempted to hit snooze, think about your aspirations. Are they not worth the effort? Do you want to secure a brighter future for yourself? Remember, while you're lying in bed, others are rising early and getting ahead. Will you let them win, or will you get up and fight for your dreams? Even your ancestors understood the power of early mornings. They would wake up at dawn to tend their fields, hunt, and create. Their lives were simple, but they took their responsibilities seriously. You, too, have the potential to achieve much more, and waking up early is a habit that can take you there. So, rise early, seize the day, and take one more step toward becoming the person you aspire to be. Just show up. The next habit that will elevate your discipline is simply showing up every single day, no matter how you feel. Discipline means completing the work you set out to do, even when you're unmotivated or uninspired. Want to lose weight? Start with a simple 1-mile walk. Want to learn the violin? Practice for just 10 minutes daily. Dreaming of writing a book? Commit to writing a few pages each day. Looking for a better job? Network with new clients consistently. The key isn't how much or how perfectly you do something. It's that you do it. You may not be able to control the outcomes of your actions, but you can control the actions themselves. Each day, take at least one step that brings you closer to your dreams. Over time, this consistency puts you ahead of 90% of your competitors. Most people lack either the skills or the persistence to stick with something. They wait for the perfect moment, the right mood, or a burst of motivation. But success belongs to those who don't wait, they act. Even when life gives you every reason to quit, keep going. Don't let doubt, fear, or temporary setbacks hold you back. Even if you think you lack the skills necessary to succeed, the effort itself is what creates opportunities. Take Thomas Edison, for example, one of history's most renowned inventors. Despite his genius, Edison didn't attribute his success to extraordinary talent. In fact, he believed he wasn't particularly intelligent or imaginative. His secret? Relentless effort. Edison didn't wait for inspiration. He simply kept working. He believed that if a great idea came to his lab, he needed to be there to catch it. Otherwise, someone else would. For Edison, genius wasn't a rare gift, but a byproduct of consistent hard work. By showing up every day, controlling his emotions, and tackling problems head-on, he turned ordinary efforts into extraordinary results. He wasn't inspired to invent. He simply focused on finding solutions that made life better. Another powerful example is Lou Gehrig, the legendary baseball player for the Yankees. Known for his discipline, Gehrig rarely missed practice, even when he was injured or fatigued. He worked tirelessly to improve his skills, never allowing doubt or boredom to interfere with his dedication to the game. At one point, Gehrig considered leaving the Yankees when he struggled to maintain his position. But a scout convinced him to stay, emphasizing the difference between an average player and a great one: consistent effort. Gehrig accepted that he couldn't control the results of his actions. He might practice for weeks without seeing immediate progress, but he didn't let that stop him. This mindset highlights a crucial truth. Talent alone is no match for hard work and consistency. Whether you feel inspired or doubtful, keep pushing forward. Remember, doing something, no matter how small, is always better than doing nothing. Discipline is the foundation of success. Even if you're the most intelligent person in the room, you won't achieve greatness without consistency and effort. One productive day won't fulfill your dreams, but steady progress will. The work you put in today might not show results immediately, but its impact will be evident tomorrow. So, take control of your emotions, show up, and commit to the process. Success doesn't require perfection. It requires persistence. Seek discomfort. Modern life has made everything so easy. You can receive money online with a single click, order steaming hot meals, and shop without stepping out of your home. You can earn money lying on your couch and spend it online as well. Essentially, you can live your entire life without ever leaving the comfort of your home. But here's the problem. This comfortable life can become an addiction. Today, most people are obsessed with making their lives as easy as possible. We crave instant success because we don't want to put in the effort. We build smart homes because we want to avoid household chores. We hire nannies to escape the challenge of managing noisy children. We eliminate anything that makes us feel uncomfortable. While these choices might make life easier, they also weaken our self-discipline. If you surround yourself with too much comfort, you're preparing yourself for failure. Life won't always be on your side, and the future is unpredictable. What if you lose all your money? What if you lose your family or home? Will you be ready to face such tough challenges? Don't let comfort enslave you, because it won't last forever. Instead, make yourself rough and tough. Challenge yourself. Run a marathon. Live without air conditioning for a few days. Lift weights. Take cold showers. Or spend some time without the internet. Push your limits and embrace discomfort. The key is finding balance. Don't be overly harsh on yourself, but don't indulge too much either. Enjoy some comfort, but continuously test your limits. The Stoic philosopher Seneca serves as an inspiring example. He was wealthy, having inherited a significant fortune from his father. Yet instead of indulging in luxury, he invested his wealth wisely and grew even richer. Despite living a comfortable life, Seneca didn't let himself get addicted to it. Every now and then, Seneca would live like a poor man for a few days. During this time, he ate minimal food, wore simple and cheap clothes, and even slept on the ground. His diet consisted of only bread and water. By experiencing this discomfort, Seneca prepared himself for life's challenges. Today, many people intentionally embrace discomfort. Some take cold showers every morning to toughen themselves. Others cut out luxuries to become more productive and push their boundaries. While many flaunt this lifestyle on social media, Seneca's approach was deeply personal and purposeful. First, he endured discomfort to experience life's harsh realities and prove to himself that he could overcome them. He treated these moments as a test, one he was determined to pass. Second, he wanted to understand the struggles of the poor. By living like them, he freed himself from the fear of losing his wealth. While his wealthy friends couldn't imagine life without money, Seneca was unafraid of surviving on just bread and water. Seneca's disciplined choices even saved his life. He was a stoic mentor to the Roman Emperor Nero, and when Nero's behavior became erratic, Seneca decided to leave. He was willing to give up all his wealth in exchange for his freedom. Nero, unable to comprehend why anyone would abandon such riches, decided to poison Seneca to prevent him from leaving. However, Seneca's minimalist lifestyle, living on berries and water, made him immune to the poison. His choice to embrace discomfort ultimately saved his life. So, what are your life choices? If life throws a curveball at you, will you be ready to face it? The person who wins at life is the one who can handle any situation. By making your life a little uncomfortable, you can prepare yourself to face whatever comes your way. Discomfort isn't your enemy. It's your greatest teacher. Start seeking it today, and you'll discover a stronger, more resilient version of yourself. Keep the main thing the main thing. Setting boundaries is one of the most underrated keys to success. Without learning how to eliminate distractions, you'll always find yourself falling behind. Successful people block time each day to focus on one key task. Only after completing their priorities do they indulge in activities like attending parties, watching TV, or answering phone calls. Saying yes to everything often indicates a lack of clarity and purpose. To find your purpose, ask yourself, what are my priorities? What more can I do for my career, family, and community? What should I focus on right now? Once you identify the answers, commit to one thing and say no to everything else. By constantly saying yes, you damage your professional life, lose peace of mind, and compromise your happiness. Distractions don't just harm your career, they rob you of valuable time you could spend relaxing, reading a book, or even enjoying moments with your family. Every yes to others is a no to time with your children, cleaning your home, or sharing romantic moments with your partner. The blame doesn't lie with others for distracting you. It lies with you for allowing it. Learning to say no is essential because it shows you care about your family, career, and future growth. Protecting these priorities is your responsibility. Take Booker T. Washington, the founder of the Tuskegee Institute, as an example. Despite his demanding schedule of traveling to expand his organization's reach, meeting donors, delivering lectures, and managing fundraising events, he also managed to write 5 books. His ability to set boundaries made this possible. By mastering the art of saying no, Booker created time for the things that mattered most to him. Booker's critics often called him selfish for refusing to let anything disrupt his focus. But he knew his mission, to improve the lives of as many people as possible. To achieve this, he had to say no to distractions. He didn't waste time worrying about what others thought. He was laser-focused on his purpose, which was to educate black men and women. Allowing himself to be distracted would have meant missing valuable opportunities to create real change. This is the price of saying yes. When you say yes to one thing, you're simultaneously saying no to something else. You might be rejecting time with your family, postponing writing the first chapter of your book, or missing the chance to help someone improve their life. If you don't identify your priorities, you'll become prey to people who waste your time. Stop chasing new trends, attending endless dinner parties, or hopping from one job to another. Trying everything means you'll never succeed in anything. It's also vital to recognize your limits. Take on only as much as you can handle. If you're afraid to say no, start practicing. Saying no isn't rude. It's about aligning with your vision for life. Apologize politely and decline anything that doesn't fit your goals. Overcommitting leads to exhaustion, lost focus, and drifting away from your dreams. You can't commit to everything, and multitasking is a myth. Success comes only when you focus on the right things. Next time you're about to say yes to something, ask yourself, what will I have to give up to do this? The answer will remind you of your priorities and help motivate you to turn that yes into a big no. Stay focused, set boundaries, and keep the main thing the main thing. Perfectionism is a vice. What is perfectionism? It's an obsession with doing things flawlessly. When you set unrealistically high standards for every task, you become a perfectionist. While striving for perfection can occasionally be beneficial, it's often unproductive and even destructive. Perfectionism can be likened to narcissism. It stems from the belief that your work is so valuable that others are eagerly waiting for your next creation. This mindset can trap you into working endlessly to deliver only the best. But in reality, this isn't discipline or productivity, it's self-centeredness. The truth is, most people don't care as much about your work as you think they do. Everyone is busy with their own lives. Those who truly love you don't judge the quality of your output. They'll appreciate it regardless of whether it's perfect or just average. The danger of perfectionism is that it often leads to missed opportunities. Waiting for the perfect job or perfect conditions might mean you let golden chances slip by. You end up stuck on one task, unable to move forward, while countless other achievements remain out of reach. Some people use perfectionism as a mask for procrastination. They delay action, claiming they're waiting for the right motivation or ideal circumstances. In reality, they're deceiving themselves. Instead of making slow, steady progress, they chase perfection and ultimately fail. If you're pursuing a goal, you can't stop just because things aren't perfect. Halting progress due to imperfections is a sign of fear. Instead, you must keep going, even when motivation is lacking. In this world, you have a role to play, and fulfilling it requires resilience and strength. Take the example of Martha Graham, the renowned choreographer. In 1931, she struggled while working on a ceremonial dance inspired by Mayan and Aztec cultures. Martha was a perfectionist, criticizing every move her dancers made. She feared the performance wouldn't meet her standards, which could harm her reputation. She spent the entire winter designing this dance routine, but remained dissatisfied with her work. Her dancers, though talented and committed, liked the new routine, yet Martha could only see flaws and became trapped in her critical thoughts, unsure of how to proceed. Fortunately, she had someone to guide her, her music director, Louis Horst. Louis consistently pushed Martha to make decisions and move forward. He reminded her that progress matters, even if it's imperfect. With his support, Martha finished the dance. It wasn't flawless, but it was complete. Leonardo da Vinci faced similar struggles. He often had difficulty finishing his paintings. Steve Jobs also grappled with perfectionism while developing the Macintosh. Even after completion, he hesitated to release it, which eventually led to his ousting from Apple. Ralph Ellison, the author of the masterpiece The Invisible Man, wrote numerous manuscripts but could never bring himself to publish a second book. For creators, perfectionism can be highly destructive. It can leave them stuck, unable to move forward, and overwhelmed with anxiety. The process of creation should be enjoyable, but when people forget this, all they're left with is frustration, stress, and disappointment. If you're stuck on a task because of perfectionism, what you need is a push. Whether it's self-motivation or help from a friend or mentor, breaking free from perfectionism is essential. Instead of waiting for inspiration or the perfect moment, dive into your work and finish it. After all, what if the inspiration you're waiting for never comes? Will you remain stuck forever? Progress, no matter how imperfect, is always better than standing still. Can you get back up? Being disciplined doesn't mean you'll never face failure. It means that when life knocks you down, you have the strength to get back up. Challenges, setbacks, and even defeats are inevitable. What truly matters is how you react to them. If you have the resolve to stand back up, you'll learn from the experience, grow stronger, and improve. But if you let failure define you and refuse to try again, you'll remain a loser. Life is far from perfect, and neither are people. You will make mistakes, Accepting those mistakes is crucial. If you're a perfectionist, you'll need to manage your high standards and embrace your imperfections. Otherwise, every failure will feel insurmountable, making it harder for you to rise again. The key to moving forward is setting your ego aside and learning from your mistakes. You have responsibilities to fulfill, a life to live, and a future to build. You weren't placed here to let a few mistakes defeat you. You're here to pursue a mission, and that requires fighting on, no matter how you feel. True professionals never give up. They keep working because they're passionate about what they do. When you're deeply connected to your purpose, failure isn't the end. It's just another step on your journey. So, will you let a single failure rob you of your happiness and your calling? Take Floyd Patterson, the professional boxer who lost the heavyweight title to Ingemar Johansson in 1959. Floyd had trained hard for the fight, but something was missing. Some said he lacked commitment. Others believed he'd lost his hunger to win. Floyd himself admitted that overconfidence in his skills made him impatient and careless. In the ring, it became clear that Floyd wasn't ready to claim victory. His pride overshadowed his fighting spirit, and he underestimated his opponent, a mistake that cost him the championship. Floyd was knocked down 7 times. By the 3rd round, the fight was over. For most boxing champions, losing a title means the end of their career. Floyd might have suffered the same fate had he not received an unexpected letter. The letter came from Archie Moore, a boxer Floyd had once defeated. Archie wrote about the dark emotions that follow a loss, something he deeply understood. He encouraged Floyd to tweak his strategy, train harder, and believe in his ability to reclaim his title. The letter, filled with kindness and support, reignited Floyd's hunger to win. Inspired, he returned to training with renewed determination. He analyzed his loss, practiced the moves Archie had suggested, and repeatedly watched footage of the match to identify and correct his weaknesses. A year later, Floyd stepped back into the ring with Ingemar Johansson. This time, his discipline and commitment paid off. Floyd defeated Ingemar with such force that his opponent couldn't get back up. Floyd made history as the first heavyweight boxer to regain the championship belt. If you were in Floyd's place, what would you have done? Would you have given up or fought your way back? The answer depends entirely on you. Discipline is not about avoiding failure. It's about finding the courage to stand back up. Like Floyd, you can rise again, stronger and better equipped to face whatever comes your way. Your reaction to failure defines your destiny. So the next time life challenges you, ask yourself, can I get back up? Money is a dangerous tool. We all work hard to achieve financial freedom, but the pursuit of money can sometimes strip life of its joy. People struggling with poverty often sacrifice their present happiness for the sake of building a better future. On the other hand, wealthy individuals may spend money recklessly, living in the moment and forgetting to save or invest for the future. Neither approach is ideal. Life requires balance. When we have money, we can spend it as we wish, but only if the reasons are meaningful and justified. When we don't have money, we must work hard to improve our finances, but we shouldn't forget to enjoy life along the way. Take Babe Ruth, the legendary American baseball pitcher, as an example. He earned more money than even the President of the United States at the time, but squandered his wealth without thinking about the future. Ruth didn't save or invest. Instead, he spent lavishly and later regretted his extravagant lifestyle. At the peak of his career with the Yankees, Ruth earned $6,000 per month, a fortune in those days. He bought himself a motorcycle and as his salary increased, he upgraded to a sports car. Ruth's spending habits became increasingly extravagant. He wore expensive leather coats, diamond pins, and silk shirts. When rumors spread about fights between him and his wife, Ruth responded by buying her a $5,000 coat to make amends. Even when the Yankees were facing financial struggles, Ruth was known for throwing lavish parties and booking hotels for his teammates. In one instance, when he found that a hotel didn't have a piano, he bought one for them. While Ruth was a genius in sports, he was naive about finances. He believed money would always flow in and never considered what would happen if he could no longer play baseball. Like many, Ruth spent money as a way to fill the emotional voids of his childhood. People who grow up lacking love or basic needs often try to compensate by proving their worth through wealth. However, no amount of money can buy true happiness. Both the rich and the poor face their own struggles, and no one in this world is entirely free or happy. The purpose of money is to buy freedom, not happiness. When you have enough to cover your needs and explore opportunities, you should be grateful. But when you're constantly worried about money, you become a slave to your desires. It's up to you to decide, will you use money as a tool to achieve your goals? Or will you make it the central focus of your life? Tolerant with others, strict with yourself. What type of person are you? Are you strict with yourself? Do you take responsibility for your actions? And do you expect others to be as responsible as you are? Being strict with yourself is essential, but being overly critical of others is not. You can only control your actions, not those of others. If you constantly criticize others for their shortcomings, you'll only make yourself unhappy while they continue to enjoy their lives. Live your life according to your own standards and let others live theirs. To become a stronger, more disciplined individual, you must practice self-discipline daily. This means holding yourself accountable for your decisions, questioning your actions, and striving to learn and grow. The high standards you set for yourself require hard work and commitment. However, you also need to accept that some people prefer a more relaxed lifestyle. They may enjoy partying, drinking, or doing little to nothing. Learn to tolerate their choices and try to see their positive qualities instead of focusing on their weaknesses. No one is entirely good or bad. We all have both strengths and flaws. The difference lies in how we approach change. Some people embrace challenges, while others are content with an average life. Tolerating others may sound easy, but it's a difficult skill to master. If you're talented or a great leader, you may struggle to accept mediocrity in your team members. Their mistakes or inability to meet your expectations might frustrate you. You might find yourself asking why they can't follow your lead. But here's the truth. People are different. Not everyone shares the same passion, talent, or intelligence. What you can learn in a day might take others weeks, and that's okay. When you become a tolerant leader, people enjoy learning from you. Your goal isn't to change everyone, but to inspire them. Be humble, not rude. Take Cato the Younger, the Roman philosopher, as an example. He was a model of discipline and simplicity, never flaunting his wealth. Despite being from a wealthy family, Cato wore simple clothes, didn't shave his beard, and lived humbly, even while serving in the army. He slept on the ground alongside his fellow soldiers and fulfilled his responsibilities without complaint. Cato became a symbol of discipline and simplicity in Rome. Yet his brother, Caepio, was the opposite, living a life of luxury, using expensive perfumes, and surrounding himself with people Cato didn't approve of. Despite their differences, Cato tolerated him. Self-discipline means being strict with yourself. not others. You can hope for goodness in people, but you can't force it upon them. The world is diverse, and expecting everyone to live by your standards is unrealistic. Instead of controlling or judging others, focus on self-improvement. Reaching your full potential is a long and challenging journey. Along the way, you may face criticism and resistance. Not everyone will accept your rules and standards. Some people with less discipline may even surpass you, but that doesn't matter. Don't compare yourself to others. Your focus should remain on controlling your own actions and feelings. So, stay positive and learn to tolerate others while being strict with yourself. You have your own goals to achieve, so don't waste time judging others. Live the life you want and let others do the same. And now, we've arrived at the conclusion of this summary. Let's take a moment to reflect on everything we've learned about discipline, the tools to embrace, the habits to avoid, and the steps needed to secure a stronger, more fulfilling future. Let's revisit and reinforce these key lessons to ensure they stay with you long after this summary ends. First, we discovered the power of waking up early. For creators, early mornings offer unmatched productivity. Whether you're writing a book or pursuing a personal goal, embracing the peace and focus of this time can make all the difference. Next, we learned the importance of consistent action. Regardless of how you feel, showing up every day and taking meaningful steps is a superpower. Don't let your emotions control you. Focus on what truly matters and keep improving. We also explored the value of discomfort. A comfortable life can be a trap, leaving you unprepared for life's inevitable challenges. By stepping out of your comfort zone, you build the resilience needed to tackle adversity head-on. Then, we examined the necessity of setting priorities and avoiding distractions. Learning to say no to things that don't serve your growth is essential. Be polite, but firm, and commit only to what aligns with your personal and professional goals. Perfectionism was another critical lesson. Striving for flawlessness often leads to paralysis. Instead, focus on completing tasks, even if they aren't perfect, and learn as you go. Progress matters more than perfection. We also acknowledged that failure is a natural part of life. True success lies in your ability to rise after falling, learning from setbacks, and moving forward stronger than before. Finally, we address the role of money. While it can provide freedom, it's dangerous when it starts to control your life. Strive for a balance between spending, saving, and investing, ensuring your financial choices align with your goals. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of a successful life. It strengthens your body, mind, and soul, making you more resilient and adaptable. But remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about continuous learning and improvement. Stay humble, no matter how rich or successful you become, and focus on controlling your actions rather than judging others. The journey toward self-discipline isn't easy, but it's worth it. By practicing discipline daily, you'll unlock your potential and achieve greatness. So, take these lessons, apply them, and let discipline guide you to a life of purpose, success, and fulfillment. Thank you for listening to this summary of Discipline is Destiny by Ryan Holiday. If you've made it this far, it shows your commitment to personal growth and self-discipline, qualities that truly shape a meaningful life. If you found this audiobook summary insightful, please consider liking the video, sharing it with someone who could benefit from these lessons, and subscribing to the channel for more content like this. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. What resonated with you the most? Was it the importance of waking up early, embracing discomfort, or perhaps the power of consistent action? Let me know. Your journey to success starts with small, disciplined steps, and I'm here to support you along the way. Stay tuned for more empowering summaries, and until next time, remember, discipline isn't a burden. It's the key to unlocking your potential.